Hello, friends. I'm Chi. Yeah, greetings to you all wherever you may be listening. Yeah, today is a very lovely day. Like they say, 20 friends don't play for 20 years. So be careful of who you call your friend or your worker, brother, sister, parent, because in life, people like this could cut your life short. This is a story of Hadiza Latana Oboh. You like to know what happened to her? Then hold on. That's why you should listen till the end so that I get the real gist, okay? If you're here for the first time, please why don't you subscribe because here you get informations like this that will keep you trading form updated. Also transforms you a lot. If you know, you don't, and if you don't know, you don't still know. But with Chi, you will know. Information is power. Please put the like button for Chi, man. Put the like. Help me, man. Put the like, okay? To my old and new subscribers, thank you very much. You guys always the bomb, the best among the rest, okay? All right. To those who subscribe after now, you're also welcome on board because without you guys, I'll not be here at all. Okay, spread the gospel of Chi on WhatsApp, Facebook so that others will know that I'm here too. Okay. Like they say, 20 friends don't play for 20 years. Trust no one, only yourself because people around you could be the one to end your life at the end of the day if you don't pay attention to little details, characters of people you call your friends or your workers, your gate man, your domestic staffs at home. Okay, this is a story of Hadiza Latana Obong, one of the first female pilots who worked for the Nigerian Airways in those days in the 80s stroke 90s. Very popular both in the country, Nigeria, and outside country, well respected in those days. Well, she travels a lot due to the nature of her job, of course. You don't expect her to stay at home doing nothing. At the age of 30, before she got her 30th year, of age, she already owns a mansion in Ikoyi. Wow, can you imagine that? And also, she lived alone. That was kind of strange. I think, doesn't she? Is it that she doesn't have a boyfriend? you know, Nobody lived with her, no child. But though she has families also, she wasn't alone in the world. Okay, so she had workers like the gate man called Abdullahi, the substitute of the gate man Peter, who also doubled as the gardener, also electrician. Then also Itoro Akpan, the driver. Yeah, these are all male. There's no female in that mansion with her. These are all the people working for her in that house. Though she traveled a lot. Sometimes she can spend 2 months, 3 weeks, 6 months away from home. Man, so busy. So well, there was this particular time when she came back home. Abdullahi have to help her. That's the gate man have to help her carry luggages into her room. The very inside of the bedroom. Can you imagine that? That's why you should be careful. The kind of friends you bring inside your home, especially into your bedroom. When they see everything, they could use whatever and all they see in your house to work against you. So be careful. Some friends are meant to wait outside the gate, while some in the compound, while some in the parlor, while some in the kitchen, while some to your bedroom. The trusted ones are the ones you bring into your bedroom, okay? But this lady made that very particular mistake because when Abdullahi, the gate man, came into her bedroom bringing in her luggage, she saw a lot of things like jewelries, hard currencies of different natures, designer this, designer that, how everywhere was well touched, man. So well, when he got back to his post as a gate man, that was kind of ringing in his brain. A lot of things was just going in and out. That is when the devil's mind start working. I believe that was when actually he started plotting what will he do to at least get some of those things, if possible, everything. I believe after then he contacted the rest and told them what he saw in that bedroom, that this girl is loaded, man. Well, no problem. After that, due to the nature of her job, she always travels and come back. But before then, something happened. It's like she smelled the devil in this guy Abdullahi that she have to sack him. Something could have happened. Maybe this guy must have stolen from her somehow, or she noticed some strange movement about him, his character nature that made her to sack him. Then replaced him with Peter. Peter now doubled as now the gate man and the rest. Like I mentioned before. But when Abdullah was away, Peter was not the one doing the gate man thing. Itoro was still the driver. But at a point, Peter was like, man, he has to travel back home to see the sick parents. He needs to go back home to see the parents, to stay there. So, well, Hadiza did not really like this idea. But I believe that Peter could have been the one who talked her into bringing back Abdullahi to stay back as a gate man. They must have planned all these things, have it all planned. long, So at the end, she brought in Abdullahi to start working again as the gate man, So, well, then she traveled after then. Then what happened will shock you. On her coming back, she was in her house, well relaxed, was not thinking of anything. That's why even if you're living alone, try to have a gun. You can go and get a license, to obtain a pistol or whatever, a gun, whether it's the AK-47, just get it if you're living alone because you can't trust the people you employ there. So, well, she was alone in the kitchen cooking. That was when Abdullahi opened the gate for these two other guys to come in, These two other guys came in and Abdullah went to the backyard where the kitchen was. Then from there, came into the kitchen and then started trying to strangle this lady because he came in with a rope tied around her neck. Though she shouted, pleaded for help. When she saw that those things were not working, then she have to equally try to battle this guy. But the guy overpowered her, strangled her finally to death after hitting her with blows, with objects. So finally, she gave up the ghost. Even the food that she was there preparing, she did not end up eating it. That's very painful. That means they couldn't even allow her to enjoy her last meal. They killed her. So when they finally killed her, what did this Abdullah do? He called the rest. That was when the looting started. Itoro Akban, the driver, was the one who was specializing in taking the items from the house. Maybe they go sell them, They go sell them, of course. What do you expect? They were selling everything they could lay their hands on from that house. So, well, when people come to look for her, like some of her friends who normally come to check if she's back or not, when they come to check, the Abdullah guy will say, she's not around, she traveled. This is where the kind of, the reply they get whenever they come around. Even sometimes the family comes around to check, they say, oh, she traveled. But they're like, how can she travel without telling them? This one is strange. Well, they'll still go away because they did not notice anything suspicious because the three workers were still in that house enjoying themselves in that particular building, just looting as usual. So at a point, the neighbor, next door neighbor, who is a police officer, I think he was working there in the other compound as a police officer, maybe their guard, something like that. He suspected foul play the way these guys were behaving because at a point, Akman, who was the driver, was using this lady's car to do kind of taxi driving thing, like Uber thing, in the city there, carrying passengers. They were just enjoying their life. So I believe this police officer noticed it. And when he came, he asked Abdullahi, what of your madam, Hadiza? He was like, she traveled, she's not around. He was like, no, 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 I don't believe you. So there he put a call through to the station, other policemen assembled there. And then when the policemen came, they saw one other strange guy and some properties. They are still selling more and more of the properties. So they were all arrested. But Abdullahi escaped. He took to his heels. He ran away. So people like Akman and Peter and the other guy who they saw there, kind of like pricing some of the properties, they were all arrested. Well, as of that time, they were all charged with theft, kind of theft. So that was what they were charged with. And at the point, they were kind of bailed because they did not really see anything kind of serious about it like that. So, but the family was like raising alarm, like you would like to know what really happened after they killed Hadiza, Latana Oboh. When they killed her, they the septic tank, that's what as the pits, like when you said the latrine, the pits. So they broke the septic tank, they broke the kind of the thing, they broke it, and then they threw her body in there. The pit where the feces go in, when you flush the toilet. Yeah, that was where they threw her body in and cemented it back. So it's not like they left her dead body in the house. So, well, when her family was like getting more worried, like, "Oh, it's taking so long, they have not heard from her, this, that. So they have to tell the police, you guys have to do a proper checkup in that building. So, well, that was when the police was like, come, this is true. Who is the owner? Why is she not back till now? They have to go and now do a proper investigation. So when they got into the building, that was when they now saw that it's strange. Everywhere was just filled with cobwebs. Everywhere cobwebs. Even her room, the AC have dried up, cobwebs everywhere, properties looted. The pot where she was cooking with, was still there. They didn't even throw the food away. Everything rotting, the pot there. Even the rope they're using, kind of choking her with, tied her neck, was still on the floor. They saw blood stains on the floor. They were like, man, this is a big crime scene. So while they were still searching around the building, one of the officers saw the septic tank, the pit where the feces used to flow in. He saw that something strange is there, the kind of a new cemented thing, they kind of, because when they threw her in, they have to cement it back again, do the plastering back. So a part was still fresh, while some parts are looking old. So that was when they suspected that something is wrong here. This is strange. So they have to break it open. Break it open. Upon breaking it open, they saw her body lying in there, almost rotting. Well, they have to pull it out. That was when they now say, no, 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 this is a murder case. So, well, at the end of the day, Abdullahi, who ran away, was finally a heavy manhunt was launched. He was finally arrested with Peter and Akban and the other guy. So they were charged with murder. Murder this time around. Well, well, well. So that was it. Then taken to court. From there, they were granted bail. They brought some guarantors. Those you call your shorties. Those ones who have to stand for bail. They'll say bring someone who has a landed property, a building, someone who is in level 4 or 6 in government to come and shorty you, guarantee you bail, whatever. So those kind of people came. They brought them. Quite all right. Those people signed in for the bail thing and they were given granted bail by the judge. So, well, granted bail, all right. The police never knew about it. While the policemen were busy carrying out some other investigation, compiling their reports and the rest, before they could know what is happening, these guys have been released. So when Nigerians started crying out and saying, man, why should you allow these guys? Why should you grant them bail? People who committed this kind of crime should not even be granted bail at all. So, well, the Minister for Justice or of Justice in Nigeria have to order the police to rearrest them. So, well, when the police have to go in to check those who granted and who signed in for the bail for them, the guarantors, they have to take their what they call it, their files to check for their addresses, where they lived, and the rest. They discovered that all fake, both their names, the addresses they put down to say that this is where they lived, all the guarantors were all fake. The addresses never existed. So this is how these guys all disappeared till this day, making it 24 years now, because this happened in 1998. February 8th was the actual day when they discovered her dead body in the septic tank, Hadiza, latana, oboh. Well, to this day, no justice for her. People are looking forward to know, where did this guy go to? Where did they flee to? So, well, in those days, we're not like Facebook, internet like that. So it's difficult now to even trace them, because at least if the photos were circulating, people could have said, okay, I know him, I saw him here or there. So this is it. So that's why if you are living alone, be careful. Try to get people to live with you. Well, you can even live with people at the same time. Your gate man could be the one to still kill you all, or even the house girl could poison you all. So in life, you just have to be careful, like very, very careful. Treat every other person like a suspect, man. So that's it. So what do you think in the comment section? Tell me what you think in the comment section, okay? About this lady Hadiza and Latana Oboh. Where do you think she went wrong? How do you think she could have lived to have prevented her early exit out of this world? You know, some would say, why would she live alone? She could have lived with someone. She shouldn't have employed only men. But even female workers too can equally be deadly. Even your own brother living with you can be deadly. Anybody, even friends living with you can be deadly. So that's it. Well, 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 that's life for you, man. This is the story of Hadiza Latana Obong, how she was killed by her own workers who she employed. Well, so that's it. I'm out of here, man. I'm Chi Chow. Let's in the comment section. Please share this video, okay? So that others will learn and, you know, do not do the same mistake, okay? I'm out of here, man. I'm Chi Chow.